Hello, welcome back. Happy Labor Day to you. I hope you're enjoying this holiday and thinking about the people behind the labor movement that have helped deliver a better working life for all of us through their work and a better living life for those people who are involved in the difficult work that much of labor does today. But it is a Monday, and for the sake of consistency, I want to maintain another book talk, even if consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. I don't claim to be anything more than that. So let's get into it. I promised last week that I was reading Midwinter Blood by Marcus Sedgewick. I did finish this book. It is not a difficult read, and I guess that's a big part of the reason why this is lumped into the YA genre, because other than the readability, I don't know that there's a specific theme or ideas here that should lend themselves to a YA audience. The story does cover the love affair between Eric and Merle that goes through centuries in many different forms, but we don't focus on young love necessarily. Sometimes they're older, more adult. That doesn't stop them from finding each other in different situations on the mysterious Isle of Blessed, where there are a lot of mysterious hares, and I don't mean hair on the top of your head, but I mean rabbits, and a mysterious plant that has amazing curative properties and also suspicious properties if used incorrectly. Beyond that, I wasn't sure how these stories all tied together. We start in the future, we work our way backwards in time, and it was interesting to see all these different stories, and they are, again, wonderfully told. Really beautiful storytelling, but it's almost like a series of vignettes that were almost written by different authors, perhaps, except for the writing is so consistently beautiful and wonderfully sensual. A lot of sensory images, not that there is anything sexual about it, but it's like it was like a bunch of authors were given instructions to write a story including hares, this mysterious plant, an island off somewhere up near the Arctic Circle perhaps, and characters named Merle and Eric, and sometimes Tor, who causes them all kinds of problems. But beyond that, the stories didn't tie together, and despite being a love affair that transcended the centuries, we never understood exactly why Merle and Eric are drawn together. We just know that they are, and that then things go badly for them. So the writing was beautiful. It was an easy read. It's a good study in how to write, perhaps, if you break it down and look at how Marcus writes, because he does create beautiful images, beautiful stories that draw you in, but then I'm not sure where it goes from there. So Midwinter Blood, good writing, an easy read, so recommended for that. Not sure what kind of connection it draws with our lives. Maybe it does. Maybe it'll speak more to you than it did to me. I enjoyed it, but partially because it was a quick and easy read. If it had been any longer or more arduous, I don't know if it would have been worth the time. It does blend some history and some magic, some fantasy elements, and I also fear that maybe that's why it's categorized as YA. Do adults like fantasy? Maybe not. Maybe if you have fantastic elements, then that automatically puts you in a juvenile category somehow. I don't know why it should, but maybe it does for some people. But there are a lot of great YAs that combine both history and supernatural or magical elements. Some I might recommend would be Libba Bray's Gilmore Doyle trilogy, the Rebel Angel series, or Maureen Johnson's The Name of the Star. You would have to include probably Marcus Zusak's very, very brilliant The Book Thief, with its character of death personified in that genre. Those would be three that combine YA historical fiction with supernatural elements that I might recommend before Midwinter Blood, although probably all of them take more effort than Midwinter Blood. So if you're looking for a quick, easy weekend read, or knock it out in a week, Midwinter Blood is a good read. Next week I'm going to be talking about Daniel Half Human, which I got from my daughter who's in middle school, so it seems to be another pretty easy read, written at an easy level, but very, very powerful story talking about, so far I've just begun it, but I'm really interested in reading this book. It does talk about the Holocaust and World War II and the problems of the Jews and the Nazis and what it was like to be caught in between those two. So that's what we're going to be looking for next week, and we'll probably look at that because that's a whole genre unto itself. So okay, until next week, don't forget to be awesome. I will talk to you again soon, hopefully. Keep reading.